Hello Rail Heart, how are we doing? Good timing that, I've just this minute started. How's it going, Rail Heart? Not that there's much exciting coming, but I just thought I'd come and have a couple of hours, you know. I did one this morning. Yeah, I did one this morning, but it weren't the most. Wasn't it particularly exciting, you know, but we do his best, as they say. Just setting my timetable up, even though it's not great. There's a freight on its way, I know that much. Courtbridge to Bassall Yard is en route. Not quite sure where exactly it is, but it's about. It's on its way, as they say. Do you think I should make an Engage channel? Well, it won't do any harm. Make any channel you want. Doesn't do any harm. I used to have loads of videos on my channel, Engage videos, and I've lost them all now. My layouts that I used to have. Hello, Jennifer Horkley, how are we doing? How's it going? But hello. Any rail tours around? Well, there was supposed to be one earlier on today. Well, I'm not saying it was a tour, but certainly something peculiar, but it never materialised. It got cancelled. I was waiting for it this morning to leave wherever it was, and it didn't happen. It got cancelled, you know, so that was the end of that, basically. A bit of a disappointment. There is rail tours about, but unfortunately none about here, you know. There's always rail tours about, but just not here. We have got I'll tell you what's about here at the moment. We've got a freight coming, I can tell you that much. That much I do know. Courtbridge to Basford Hall, and it's due here any time now, according to the timetable. And we have got Network Rail Flying Banana. Hello Tom, how are we doing? Yeah, I did one this morning. Just gained a subscriber. Well done, Rail Lights. That's what you want. Yes, Tom, I thought I'd have a double do. And here comes the freight train, and it's on the slow track, so it's going to be quite close to the camera, and it looks like class 6 to class 90s. Looks like double-header class 90s coming. For a change. It is double-header Freightliner class 90s. I love the 90s, yeah. I'm doing alright. Got some weird form through this morning that I need to sort out. Oh well, I'm sure you'll get your teeth into it, Tom. Nothing worse than form filling. I don't like it either. It's not my favourite hobby. Not my favourite hobby. You don't think they could have sent it to begin with? Alright. I see. What's thrown me is that freight train coming early has thrown me a bit because I'm looking in the wrong place on the timetable now, because it shouldn't have come until 4:30, that one, and it sneaked early. So the next train is going to be Barrow-in-Furness to Manchester Airport. And it's going to be, oh sorry, next train is going to be a Pendolino, I think. I don't know. Whatever's next is next. The timetable's a bit in a disarray. With that coming early, you see, it's shunted everything into different positions. It's not running in its true order, as they say. Hello, Stephen Clinton Courtney Hollies. How are we doing? How is it going? Something coming down the fast line. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. If you're not already subscribed, and don't forget to double tap the screen and create a thumbs up like this. Tap tap. There we go. That's number 12. Hello, fried chicken. Welcome back. How we doing, fried chicken? Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Well, the weather's not bad here. Slightly windy, but that's about it. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, and to me if you wanted. Yeah, correct. Subscribe to each other. Hello, school teacher. How are we doing? Welcome back, school teacher. He hasn't been doing any school teaching today, week being a Saturday. It'll be Saturday and Sunday will be a days off, won't they? You're good, excellent. Hello, Hamal Makwana, how are we doing? When is the train coming? There's one coming very soon, actually. In about 5 minutes, the next one, and then how could happen, really? I know there's definitely one coming. Well, there's two coming in the next 5 minutes or so. Same teacher, different pick. Excellent. Maths, English and Geography. That's good. That is good. Major work on the West Coast Main Line in January, so there will be Avanti on the settled Carlisle line. Ah, how's that? Well, I don't know how that's going to work because there's no electric for them. So I don't. The only thing Avanti can put on the settled Carlisle line, it'll have to be the new 805s, because there's no overhead cabling on the settled Carlisle line, so they won't be popping 390s down there, that's for sure. Unless they're going to haul them with a locomotive, which I know sounds daft, but it has happened before. The train, where is it, Hemel? You keep asking that, and I keep answering you. Hello, Cameron, how are we doing? Yeah, I think they must use the 805s. They're going to have to do. Unless they haul them with something, because they've done that before now. When they've been diverted, they've hauled them with an engine. Cameron, I like singing, excellent. I like dancing, excellent. I like trains. Hello, Cap Studios, how we doing? Hello, Alfie Court, how we doing? Excellent. That's good, Cap, that's good. Pendolino on its way on the down fast line, on the up fast line, which is the farthest line away from the camera. And there's also a northern service going to be on the line nearest to the camera, but that's a few miles away. That I can see it on the diagram. It's actually 3 northern services approaching, but the next is definitely going to be a Pendolino. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Guess how long my train delay is right now. Oh dear. You're delayed. Hello, Sebastian Lebret. How are we doing? Hello, Hemel Makwana. Well, that was going very slow, to say the least. I don't know why that was going so slow. There must be a reasoning for it, but I don't know what. Going very slow. Hello, Florin Lunga. Hello, James Dillion. Hello, Halima Eba. Okay, Cap Studios, catch you later. Hello, Yorkshire Railway Adventures. How are we doing? Welcome back. Hello, Marcus, the MRL class. How are we doing? I don't think you were going that fast, to be honest with you, James. The two lines nearest to the camera have a speed limit of 75 on. The two lines on the opposite side, the first one nearest to the camera is 95 and the one in the distance is 110. Yes, I'm fine, thanks, Marcus. It's a little bit windy here, but other than that, it's okay. Any 66 is coming. You've just, oh no, you haven't just missed one. You just missed two class 90s double heading. I'm not so sure. There's going to be the flying bananas coming. I know that much. Hello, Felicia Bond. How are we doing? And don't forget to subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, but it makes a difference. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I'm afraid we're out to look on the 66s, I'm afraid. I thought the freight train that came 10 minutes ago were going to be 66s. Max Little, how are we doing? I have what's coming next. Ah dear, excellent. So do I. I'll tell you what's coming next. Ah, what is it? It's a freight. It can't be a freight. That's weird. There's a freight train approaching according to the diagrams. There is another freight train coming. That's weird. I'm a bit lost here. Well, why is there another freight train? It's going to be a double header, Freightliner class 90 again. Strange. There's only one on timetable. Yeah, looks like we're going to get another one. So keep your eyes peeled. Freightliners, double header class 90. It's strange because there's only one listed and yet We've just had a double-header freight liner, and it looks like we're getting another. There's also freight coming the other way as well. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't looked at the diagram, but there's an orange. When it's orange numbers on the diagram, you know it's a freight. So it says yellow numbers. Normal passenger light up as white. Freight's always yellow. Here it is. Double headers, class 90s. Strange. According to the timetable, there were only supposed to be one of these. And you're getting another. Mr. Avgeek 2000, hello there. Graham Lush, judging by the overwhelming amount of content on your channel, I feel you probably do watch a lot of paint dry. Anyway, there you go. The first village missing its idiot has been found. And there you have it, a double header at class 90. Hello, Glass 321 guy. How are we doing? Yeah, Class 321 guy. I'm just like that pass. I'm on the West Coast Main Line, near Preston, in the UK. Hello, Train Lover 48448, how we doing? Hello, Oakley, how we doing? Sorry if I missed anybody in the chat. I was just looking at the Village Idiot's channel to see what he was doing that was so much more interesting than watching paint dry. And hey ho, guess what? Nothing. How we doing, Oakley? I don't really have a favourite, to be honest with you. Not in the modern world trains, I'm afraid. They're all very similar looking and similar behaving. The electric boogaloo, excellent. Don't forget to subscribe and double tap your screen to like. There's something coming. There's something manoeuvring. Oh, I've lost it. I may be wrong. Oh, that freight train that's got held up for some reason. Got a long F. Oh, thank God for that, good Senga. I was getting worried. I'm getting worried about them cards. 280 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and also subscribe to Senga Gracie. We're trying to get her to 50 subscribers so she can live stream the planes. She lives next to big airports. There's a lot of planes, so give her a subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. Your cards are really good. Oh, wow, that's what I like. No, there is something coming, but it looks like it's parked up at the moment. The departmental thing's about, but I don't know where. You're welcome, Senga. You're gonna have to message me the results of my cards. Train number 448. Next time, maybe they might do some tones. Problem is they can't. What is it? They can't see me. I'm behind a fence. You see, the camera's mounted on the other side of the fence, but I'm on the other side, so they can't actually see me. Oh, excellent. That's good, Senga. What was that? That was class 331, that. Class 331. Yeah, train lover. I don't think there is another freight train lover. I think the next odd thing is going to be the flying banana, but I don't know where it is at the moment. It's about though. Something coming down slow. No, it's not. The flying banana is the yellow HST that Network Rail use for looking at the lines. It's a HST, but it's all in yellow. Well, mishmashy, scruffy looking thing it is, to be fair. And it's what they use to look at the trackway, and that is kicking about, is that. But I don't think it's going to be through here till 5:30. It's definitely kicking about though. How long till the host comes? How long till the host comes? The host is here. You're talking to the host. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's 258 people watching, so hit that subscribe button. Well, God, I'm struggling to keep up with this chat. Whereabouts are you? I'm in the United Kingdom. The trains have just keep going past, bro. They're on their way. Don't worry, conveyor. Conqueror M43. So where are you? I'm in the United Kingdom. You must shoot your off. It's 9:06 PM in India. Conqueror M45 said I. Here's the train. I'm the school teacher. Excellent. 300 odd people watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm struggling to keep up with chat. Yes, you're the school teacher, train love. Now I'm near Preston at the moment, on the West Coast main line near Preston. Class 390, correct. Correct, Conqueror, that was a class 390. Hello, Logics. How are we doing? Logic X, or Logics, however you want to say it. How is it going? I'm Himashu Yadav, excellent school teacher. You know, I'm also train spotting, but I'm the Malaysian branch. In Malaysia. Excellent. Nothing wrong with that. Train enthusiasts are all over the world, so a lot of people just don't realise how many people there is actually into trains. It's a lot more than people think. Hello, Leandro Almeida. How are we doing? How are we doing from Brazil? Excellent. Brazil, Malaysia, India, Scotland, England. We're getting about tonight. Yes, Terry. I'm not far from there. You're not far there. Correct. Oh, we have a lot of diesels. Conqueror. We probably have 50-50 diesels and electric. You know, I think there's more electric down south than what there is up here. Because down south they have what they call the DC electrics that run on a third rail. That's your foreign affairs connections, Richard. I got you, Senga, yeah? Yeah. Can't wait to see the results of them, that second batch of numbers I sent. And now we have a police car, or an ambulance, or a fire engine. I don't know what it is. You might see it going over that bridge in front of you. It's an ambulance. I bought 91. Blink twice if you've been kidnapped. No, I've never been kidnapped. My friend has been kidnapped. Call the police. Call the police. Now in this country you get arrested for all sorts of weird things, but nothing serious. Call the police, they won't turn up for a half an hour. The last surviving wood-burning steam engine. Oh well. Oh, we've nothing like that. Excellent, Senga. Thank you very much. I can't wait. Hello, Gerardo Beltran. How are we doing? Good afternoon. Or possibly good evening or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Seem to have an international chat on the go here at the moment. Yeah, heritage steam engines. Yeah, well, we've got quite a lot of steam engines in this country. They're obviously not doing normal service. They just do tours. You know what I mean, rail tours. But we have quite a lot of operational steam trains in the UK doing heritage tours every weekend. Usually have one up here on Saturdays, but we haven't had one today. We haven't had nothing. Well, I've never found any money or valuables. Well, number one, you can't get near the tracks. It's not allowed in this country. All our tracks are fenced off. You can't get at them. And I would think the last thing you're ever going to find by our railway tracks is money. Because nobody ever walks around on the tracks. It's against the law. I once found a full train on at the side of the track, yeah. I used to have one of the lamps, me. The red flashing lamps off the back of the trains that they put on the back. I used to have one of them. I found that years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. I think I sold it on eBay, but I can't remember. It was one of the red flashing lamps that they hang on the back of the train. So I still have a Bardic lamp somewhere as well, and I don't know where that is. I connected it up to the wires. I'm going to test it now. Yeah, I know somebody in America who's actually put a train horn on the car, and it's really entertaining when he goes to a level crossing and blows that. I can well imagine. But like a good bit of memorable railway arn, as they call it. Hey up, someone's coming. What is it? 9S77. Coming fast as well, so I think it might be a Pendolino. It is. A Pendolino is coming. At least I think it's a Pendolino. Oh dear. That's not a good idea, blowing a train horn in your room. It's stuck now, can't turn it off. Avanti West Coast, Class 390 Pendolino is approaching. Probably sent to a museum, yeah, probably has. Or entirely scrapped. Cameron, I knew it, yes. I knew what. Class 390, that's correct. You have to subscribe and double tap your screen. Subscribing doesn't cost a penny. And at least you know when I'm next on then. If you subscribe, you'll get the notifications if you activate the little bell. And if you become a member, you get to have your name on my YouTube homepage so people can see you. It is 4:47 in the afternoon. 4:47 in the afternoon. not heard of it since, no. Hello, buddy Hober. How we doing? SXRR. When will the flying banana come? I'm not right sure, Marcus. I'll tell you in a second. Hang on. It will be here at... Just let me refresh the page. It will be here at... Oh, crikey. Oh, it's miles away yet. Blooming miles away. It's supposed to be 1703, but it's given it as 1840. Chances are I won't be here then. It's got delayed for some reason. Oh. First of all, it says this service is cancelled due to request by the train operator, but yet it's showing us moving. So, who's kidding who? Hello, Sally Math. Hello, Sorav Goshal. How we doing? Hello, Nancy Pratt. How we doing? What's the deal? What is the deal, Nancy? Just tell me, what is the deal? Hello, no one. How we doing, no one? Hello, George Mitchell. How we doing? Hello, Pramond Sanka. How we doing? Somebody's fibbing here because this train, it says, has been cancelled, but it's definitely not cancelled because it's on the move. But unfortunately, it's not going to get here for another almost 2 hours. Well, I won't be here then, I'm afraid. I doubt it anyway. If it was something extraordinary, I will be here, but unfortunately, the flying banana is not extraordinary. How long's the train going to be? Well, they come in all different lengths. Some are 11 cars, some are 4 cars, some are 3 cars, some are 2 cars, some are 6 cars. It just varies. The freight trains, they're a lot longer, you know. Austin, Texas had one. I guess it was a wood burner destroyed during a tornado. Excellent. There goes the Trans-Pennine 802. Hello, Matthew Messier, how are we doing? Hello, Manilo, welcome back. Yeah, they're definitely fibbing. The flying banana is definitely running, and yet it says it were so beautiful in the colour, tons of flare from the smokestack. Yeah, I can well imagine, especially those large American steam engines with the wood burning ones, they did used to puff the smoke out. Good grief. They've got that one there, haven't they, called the Big Boy. It's massive. Another 331. Vibrating the camera as it went past. Yeah, I'm sorry, the Flying Banana's not due here until 20 to 7. Good grief. Yeah, I'm in the United Kingdom, Nancy, on the West Coast Main Line near the city of Preston. Yes, it's Preston. Deepak, how are we doing? How's it going, Deepak Kumar? Welcome back. Yeah, well, it's the way the world's going, I'm afraid. Everything's going electric. It's going to be a long time before we're on 100% electric trains here in the UK, even though a lot of the lines are electrified, but I still think it's a while off yet. Still think it's a good while off yet. Don't forget to subscribe and double tap the screen. Doesn't cost you a penny. Yeah, well, it's getting that. We have a lot of cities now that have these tram things running and one thing or another. We've got quite a few cities now that are operating them. Trams and light rail, as you want to call it. Hello, Ivan Shubin. How are we doing? How's it going? Don't forget, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. It makes a difference. It makes it worthwhile. It's the name of the game, as they say. We've a quiet spot at the moment. There's nothing happening. Nothing on the diagram at the moment. There's something along soon. Something along soon. Antonio Pele, how are we doing? Nice to see you. When I went home after this morning's stream, I meant to look for Professor Snape on YouTube, but I forgot. We don't need a high speed, it would be all kinds of vehicles attached to it and be just sitting on the track there. All them trains in the US, they're ridiculous, the length of them, good grief. And freight trains. Can be sat at a level crossing for half an hour. Yeah, when I went home, I meant to look up Professor Snape off Harry Potter, but I forgot. Somebody said I sound like Professor Snape off Harry Potter. I've never watched a Harry Potter film, so I'm not well up on Harry Potter. But somebody said, "My God, you sound like him," and then somebody else said it. 2 different people in chat said I sound like Professor Snape. I thought, who the hell is Professor Snape? Wish I were getting paid what Professor Snape probably earned. I won't star in a Harry Potter film with you. No problem. No problem at all. So basically, when all diesels get replaced, what type of engine will pull freight on other stuff? Yeah, well, a lot of our freight trains, like the 2 that have been passed today, we've had 2 freight trains pass here this afternoon, and they were both hauled by diesel locomotives, class 90s, which are, diesel, class 90s, which are electric. They were both hauled by electric locomotives. I mean, this West Coast main line's been electrified a long time. It were electrified in the late 80s. When probably before then actually, probably the late 70s, when the class 81s and 82s and 83s and all that lot came along. You know, and then they brought out class 81, class 82, 3, 4, 5, and then the main ones turned out to be the 86 and 87. I think the 86 was the most common, because there are actually still class 86s running now for Freightliner. And they're electric, and they've been around donkey's years. And also the Woodhead line that goes to Yorkshire, that was all electrified. They were class 26s with dual pantographs on them, and they were electrified, and they ran on something like 600 volts DC or something. There was something weird about them. I was actually looking it up, I can't remember, but there was something strange about them. They weren't your normal electrics. And they all got scrapped when that line got closed. There used to be a big tunnel there called the Woodhead Tunnel. And now it's used to feed wires through. National Grid own it now. Nice tip like floating trains, yeah. Well, the sun's coming out here, believe it or not. It's getting quite warm. Something coming on. Oh, it's a Pendolino. Good Lord. Hello. Nothing's been going on at my end. I did turn up and you said you didn't want to come. Well, I came at 2:15, like I said. I said I'd come at 2 o'clock and I actually came at quarter. Is it? Why? Yeah, 2. Yeah, well, you're only coming round for an hour for a brew. I mean, you're still awake now and it's 5 o'clock. Yeah. You know, you're only coming round for an hour and a cup of coffee and that was it, you know. But anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? Alright then. Nothing much at the moment. Alright. I shall speak to you later. I'll speak to you tomorrow, alright? Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Hello, Will T. How are we doing? Sorry about that. I had to answer my phone. Hello, Lighting Desk. Choo Choo. Hello, Jacob Goodlin. Chai Chai. Choi Choi. Hello again, Jeanette. How are we doing? Just doing another little stint till probably about between 6, well, just after probably sometime around 6 o'clock-ish, I don't know. And then off home I'll go. Hello, Basti Barth. It's from Germany. Hello, Germany. How are we doing? How's it going, Basti? Yeah, I got everything done that I needed to do. I'm fine. Yes, that's excellent, Basti. And so am I. Don't forget, any new people, subscribe. Subscribe and double tap the screen. There's a couple of hundred of you in here watching at this moment. Usually when I say that, number drops down. I'm up in NCL. NCL. Where's NCL? I don't know. I can't think what NCL is. Pardon me for being thick, but new something maybe. I don't know, Basti. There'll be something along soon. There's one just gone through before you arrived. But we've had quite a few over the last hour. But there'll be some more. Don't worry. There'll be some more soon. Newcastle upon Tyne, right, got you. Excellent. I've been there a few times, have I? I used to deliver to the big hospital there. We called something like Victoria Hospital or something along them lines. Can't remember, but it was at Newcastle. Big hospital. I used to deliver in a wagon, and all that. Only thing I can remember about it is you had to go right the way around to get at it, and it was hard work to get at, especially in a wagon. And you're waiting for a delivery. Ooh, what are we having delivered? Something exciting, Jeanette. An exciting delivery. I do like a delivery when it's something exciting. I've got a parcel to collect, but it's nothing exciting. It's only cat food. Not really, just basic stuff. Oh dear. Not to worry. Better than nothing, I suppose. Vitamin C's and some hyperallergenic plasters. Excellent. We have the RVI and the Freeman's hospitals. Right. I can't remember what it was called. What's RVI stand for? Is that it? What's the RVI stand for? And might be that. I don't know. I used to deliver new computers there, and I had to take the old ones away. I had to deliver new computers to the hospital. Oh, that's it. Well, that's the one, Royal Victoria. That was the one. I knew it was something Victoria. That was the one. And I had to deliver new computers there and collect the old ones and take them to a place in Bolton to all be wiped, to have all the data wiped off them. So they got new computers, and I had to take all these old ones to be wiped clean. And then I presume they were resold. I don't know. I have no idea what happened to them. I just delivered them because it were right. It were hard work. It was because you had to push trolleys all over the show in the building with all these computers on. Saab JA37 at Wigan. Sounds like you're into planes. There's all classes operate on this track. Well, not all classes. There's quite a few classes of locomotives, passenger trains. We've got 331s, 323s, 195s, 397s, 802s, 805s, 390s, and that's about it for passenger. I miss Pacers and HST. No, I don't miss the Pacers so much. They were bloody awful. From a nostalgic point of view, I suppose so, but they were terrible things. Only supposed to be a temporary thing, and they were stuck around for donkey's years, didn't they? Yeah, we used to have Pacers that used to come past my house. Well, not my house, but in my local railway station. That's all it were, Pacers. Used to go from Blackburn to Manchester, Victoria. Terrible things. Squeak and groan and moan when they went round corners because they were only a single bogie. Yeah, they probably have. East Lancs Railway, I think they've got one. I think they're running one as well. If I remember rightly, it's like an orange coloured one. I don't know what network it'll have been on, but the ones we used to have were regional railways. They were on ours. Hello, Manoj Singh Alaraju. How are we doing? Hello, Princess Edwards. Where's the choo-choo? There'll be one along soon. Don't worry, Princess Edwards. In fact, there's one on its way right this minute, I think. Yep. Is it? There. Jackie, well, it's been 6 years. Fried chicken, W. Yes, it's not a bad view here. I mean, I can't see as much as the camera sees because I'm on the other side of the fence. So when I look, I'm looking through a fence, but obviously I've mounted the camera on the opposite side, so you get the better view. Hello, Jackie. Jackie with the smiley faces. Hello, Indra Persadi. How are we doing? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. It doesn't cost anything, but it makes a difference, as I say. Hello, Princess Edwards. Oh, I think I've said hello to you already, but hello again. So where's everybody from? Whereabouts in the world is everybody? Don't all answer at once. There's a train approaching. In fact, there's 3 trains approaching. Wesley at Scarborough. What time does train come through? Oh, they're coming through all the time, Wesley. There's about 3 different ones approaching at the moment. I'm just looking at a diagram. 3 different ones approaching at the moment. Sylvia in California, excellent. Saab JA37 Vigan, the plane man. He's from Western Canada. Oh, right, excellent. Western Canada. Jordan. Iran. My God, we're certainly around the world here. Shout outs from Iran, yes. presume Saab J37 Viggen you are into planes, judging by your name. Yes, Wesley, I'm on the West Coast Main Line in near Preston. Hello, Indra Prasadi, how are we doing? Hello, John Rose. When is the next train? Very soon, I think. There's 3 on the diagram approaching, but they're not exactly approaching fast, but there is 3 approaching, 3 different trains. I think they're going to end up tripping over each other at this rate. There's definitely 3 approaching. I can see them on the diagram. One of them's currently at Buckshaw Parkway and the other one's at Exton Junction. I think the one at Exton Junction is being held at a signal because of the one at Buckshaw Parkway. Yes, it is. It's just passed through. And then there's another one behind it also arriving at Buckshaw Parkway. So there's going to be 3 and they're all going to be on, or certainly 2 of them are going to be on the nearest line to the camera. Whether all 3 of them will be or not, I don't know. It's the best information I can give you at the moment. Off your nanny nap. Okay, Jeanette, I shall see you later. Don't forget. You're not alright. Okay, I've got you. It's all very interesting. And don't forget, people in the chat, subscribe to each other, and especially, there's a train coming now. As soon as I speak, the train comes. And don't forget, everybody, subscribe to each other, and especially subscribe to Senga Gracie. So we're trying to get it up to 50 subscribers. Then she can stream off her phone, because she lives next to an airport and she gets lots of huge Emirates planes and all sorts of stuff. You know, so, and she's also an artist and she does brilliant pictures as well, so it's well worth a look. So subscribe to Senga Gracie's channel. It doesn't cost anything. It's the click of a button. You have all the best cards. You are defo looked after. Oh, that's good, Senga. I hope you're right. Hello, Noel Shorts. How are we doing? Tahoo OG. It costs my time. What does that mean? Tahoo OG. Explain yourself. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm just near Preston, Noel, in the United Kingdom. I want to know what Tahoo OG means. It costs my time. What does that mean? Explain yourself. Yeah, it costs you time, all right. Well, fair dues. If that split second just to hit a button, it's, you know, there we go. Say no more. I've already answered you once, Noel. Yeah, I've answered you once. I'm near Preston in the United Kingdom. Hello, Ken and Jones, how are we doing? Back again. Back again for more. Kavishki, Tharusha, Klamoth, Kavishka, Amarasakira. How are we doing? Oh, I said all that. I do not know. I probably said it wrong, but that's my best effort. How are you doing? I do try my best. Hello, SP Railfan 4449. How are we doing? Don't forget to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything unless you're called Tahoe OG. And then it costs you your time. But there we go. Hello, just a car guy. And the moment just a car guy arrives, we get an electric and a diesel at the same time having a race. Class 331, which was the nearest one to the camera, that was electric. And class 195, which was furthest away from the camera, that's a diesel. The 195 diesel is going up the Lake District because they've no overhead electricity. And the one nearest to me was going to Blackpool. Hello, Herman Domain. How are we doing? We've got an IS, a 1S78 coming, but I don't know what that is. I think it's going to be noise. Oh, it might not be. We've got a Pendolino approaching on the same track as. Oh, I've lost it. It's on the same track as 195 was on, which is the third track away from the camera. Hello, Conqueror M45, you're back. Excellent. The tracks on the right that are disappearing around the corner, they go to York and Skipton and basically Yorkshire, and also up the Settle to Carlisle line. The tracks that are on the right. On the branch, that's what they call the East Lancashire line. And they go up there, and it goes to Blackburn, Clitheroe, up the Settle to Carlisle line, and also Accrington, Burnley, and also Skipton, not Skipton, sorry, Burnley Manchester Road, then on to Tomiden Ebden Bridge, and all the way to York. I hope that answers your question. Oh my God. Here's the Pendolino. I just heard on the news that our last wood-burning engine had just had a minor derailment. Oh dear. Hello, I'm Jidali. How are we doing? Good afternoon or good evening, I would think, where you are. I would think it's quite late on in the night there. Class 3XX is reserved for multiple units. Class 3XX. Yeah, it could be. I've never really thought about it that way. Could well be. Is there any... No, saying that, there is class... There's class 7 multiple units as well, and they go through a train. They do it. They go through a train wash, because I have a train wash quite near where I live at the Northern Rail King Street depot. They have a train wash there. They have one at Wigan Springs branch, a train wash. They have one at Newton Heath in Manchester, a train wash. They have a few in it. It's basically just looks like a car wash, and the train just drives through it slowly, and these big brushes wash the train. It's just visually it looks like a car wash, just two big rollers either side, and the train drives through slowly. Yeah, the only difference between them and a car wash that you drive through is the car washes that you tend to do cars with tend to have a roller at top, whereas the train washes don't. They just have two big side rollers. Hello, Mr. Chef, how are we doing? Welcome back, Mr. Chef. Hello, Kenan Jones again. Don't forget to subscribe. Anybody that's new, subscribe. And double tap the screen to like. Doesn't cost you anything. Hello, Crickfaz 7.0, how are we doing? Crickfaz 7.0. How's it going? I'm going to run my Jubilee around my layout. Excellent. Nothing wrong with that, Kenan. One day I'll set all mine up again. Just a bit tight for space at the moment. Well, there's lots of freight trains go down these tracks. We've seen a few this afternoon. Seen two big ones this afternoon, double-header class 90s, but there won't be any now until evening, and because it's a Saturday night, I don't think there'll be much on a Saturday and Sunday nights, but during the week, at night time, this line is really busy with freight. Really busy, because I was going to come down last night to the station about 9:30, but I couldn't be bothered going out to house. I wanted to, but I thought, sod it, I'm staying in. But there were about 9 freight trains all in the same hour last night. From about 9:30 till about 11 o'clock, there were around 9 freight trains running through. And I thought, I have to go and get them, I have to go and have a look, but I didn't. And I was going to stream, from the station. Because obviously at night time you can't stream from here because you can't see anything, it's pitch black. Hello, Levant Paulette, how are we doing? Excellent, glad to hear it, Levant. Glad to hear it. you're a Turkish tamping machine operator. That's excellent. We do have a few of these. Hello, Fuzzy Booger. How are we doing? Excellent, Conqueror. No trip, yeah. Class 42 warship, yeah. Turkey tamping machine operator. Yeah, we have tamping machines here in the UK. Quite big things they are as well. We have a lot of funny departmental machines that rattle around our rails. We have the tampers and we have the rail leg cleaners, and we even have a weed killing train. Hello, Jeffrey Burns. Yeah, I'm just outside of Preston on the West Coast Main Line. Let me catch up with the chat a bit. It's shot off a bit there. We have a lot of bits of diesels that are in our country, but most of them have already been retired. Right. I like the train spot, as we call it, states rail fanning. I rail fan up and down the bay in California. Excellent. Jeffrey Burns. Nice. Just got back from Milan. Trains over there are quality. I can well imagine. I take it, I presume, Jeffrey Burns, you are in the UK. Yeah, I can well imagine the trains. In fact, the trains are, I mean, I'd love to go to Japan and look at their trains. South Wales, Swansea, right? I've been there a few times to Swansea. Swansea and Cardiff, and I've been down that way a lot. SP Rail fan. I really like your voice, dude. Excellent. I had somebody this morning say I sound like a guy off Harry Potter, Professor Snape. I don't even know who he is. And when I got home, I meant to look on YouTube and I forgot. But I will. Yeah, is that the main line? Yeah, the main line that you can see straight ahead on the camera goes to Glasgow, Edinburgh, and also does split off and go to Blackpool when it gets to the other side of Preston. And the two lines you can see on the right under the bridge, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's two lines drift off to the right, and that's what they call the East Lancashire branch, East Lancashire line, and that takes you on the old line through Settle, Carlisle, and also you can go to York through that line, Blackburn, York, and all that lot. You know, so that's basically it. Yeah, that's what the line on the right, the two on the right, where the points are, that's leading to the East Lancashire line, which goes through, I can't name all stations, but it's Bamber Bridge, Pleasanton, Cherry Tree, Millow, Blackburn, Accrington, Burnley, Nelson and Colne, Rosegrove, and then it splits off and goes onto Burnley Manchester Road, and then onto Tomridon, and onto York, you know, through Huddersfield and all that lot. And obviously the main line goes up to Scotland, which is the two lines on the right. Basically, they're the main. That's the two lines on the right. Gano Junction, correct. That's the one. Gano Junction, that's the one. That's just after Rosegrove, and that junction takes you to York, or you go straight ahead to Colne, and then stops at Colne. Obviously, it terminates there. Hello, Train Spotter Carl, how are we doing? Don't forget, people, subscribe. Oh, well done, SP Rail 1, thank you very much. Subscribe and double tap the screen to like. Subscribing makes it worthwhile. That's what we work for. I got a 93%. Ah, all the best, mate, going for my pot noodle. Okay, Jeffrey, catch you later. Enjoy your pot noodle. It's not one of them Bombay bad boys, is it? Yeah, 3 p.m. Train Spotter Carl, what you got a 93% in? Don't want the... No, don't want the shit. See, I get it. See you later, Jeffrey. Yeah, Train Spotter Carl, I got 93%. What's that, 93%? What does that mean, 93%? Have I missed something in the chat? My phone, 93% battery on your phone, right, got you. I don't know what mine's at, it goes for hours, does mine. First time in a while. The phone that I'm filming on, I know off a full charge I get 2.5 hours live stream. And if I clip the battery pack on, that increases it by another 5 hours. So all in all, I could do 7.5 hours in one run. I would never do that, but I could do. I tend to call it to do about between 2 and 2.5 hours. Yes, Northern is the main operator around here, that is quite correct. Northern, Avanti and Transpennine are the main operators around here. Northern, Avanti West Coast and Avanti West Coast and Transpennine Express all operate here. Passenger services. They're very busy as a rule, even though I know looking at it now it doesn't look busy, but it is the main line between London and Scotland. There's two main lines between London and Scotland, the East Coast main line and the West Coast, and here we are on the West Coast, and they're both pretty much as busy as each other, you know. Most of the line is two rails, two tracks, but from sort of like Wigan up to Preston, where I am now, it's 4 tracks because you've got trains coming from Liverpool going to Blackpool, so they tend to stay on the 2 tracks that are nearest to the camera, which is slower. They've got a line speed of 75 miles per hour, whereas the 3rd track from the camera has a line speed of 95, and the 4th track from the camera has a line speed of 110. What's the max speed on East? I don't know what I've never been, so I don't know what it is on East Coast Main Line. I've yet to do a stream from East Coast Main Line, but I will do one, don't you worry. I will do one. Rail Productions, I'm from the USA and I really would love to come here to get pictures of these amazing units. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, these that you're seeing on here now are relatively new. The Class 195 and the Class 331 are quite new things. They were made by a firm in Spain, I think, and they're called CAF, C-A-F. And they're relatively new. They've only been around for the last sort of, I don't know, probably 8 or 10 years now. Well, probably about 7 or 8 years. The 195s replaced 158s. Yeah. Too true, Mr. Chef, too true. Too true, yeah, there's a lot of clotheslines. I have one very near my house that's been closed for, well, closed in the 60s, Beaching closed it, so it's been closed for 60 years now. And then you've got the old line going up to Fleetwood. That's still there, the rails are still there in most part, but yet, not to my knowledge there hasn't. But if there has, they probably get kept quiet because there's a hell of a amount of accidents. There's lots of accidents that we don't see in the media, you know. Yeah, I'm just about to have a look, Sanger. I'm just about to have a look. Have you seen any transplant? Yeah, they come through here every now and then. In fact, there's been a couple this afternoon. Fortunately, Eric, I can't tell you what it's saying. Message said, so let's just, yeah, I'm going to have a look at, I'll have a proper look at these when I get home, saying I've just had a brief read of it, but when I get home I'll study them properly. Sorry, Ezra Sarak, I can't tell what you're saying. You blank. Blandford Forum had the SDJR from Somerset and Dorset, right? Yeah, I think I've been to. I think I've been to that railway. You know that. I've been to one of them anyway, because I went to Minehead once, and it was there. I don't know which one that is, but there were a heritage railway there, and it was at Minehead. That train that just went past was a Northern Class 323, and it was going to Liverpool Lime Street. But Somerset and Dorset, I'm sure I've been there. I've certainly been on the Heritage track, Heritage Railway that runs from Paynton, because I went to with B, and I forgot the name of the place on the coast, south coast, began B, and it was near Paynton, and I went to Paynton station and I got on the Heritage Railway there, and it took me down, called Kingswear, and it took me, and it sort of runs all the way along the coast down to Kingswear. Hello, why's the stream dropped off there? That's unusual. Seems to have dropped quality for some reason. It dropped off. As the stream dropped out. Just type in the chat just to prove. Are we still Can you still hear me alright? Just confirming the chat that you can still hear me, or has it gone off? Can you still hear me alright? Ah, we're back, yeah. For some reason the stream just went, the picture went a bit funny there. I don't know why the picture went all Minecraft, when, all blocky and Minecraft. It might have just been my reception here, Old Mac is back. It went all blurred. Yeah, it did for me as well, Old Mac. That's exactly what happened. It went, I call it, it went all Minecraft on me. Oh, yeah, I thought it was my eyes, yeah. That's what I thought. I thought that's strange. It just dropped out then and went all Minecraft. I see a magpie, yeah. I keep seeing magpies and they're always on their own, and it's not good luck that if you see a magpie on its own. One came up to me, came toddling past me the other day, and I said, "Go and get your mate, quick." Oh, we've got a Transpennine coming. Yeah. I'm not superstitious about it, but I'd rather see two magpies. We've got a 323 Northern just about to pass. I shall summon a 397 in 5 minutes. Excellent. Where have all the bus trains gone? I don't know. They're about somewhere. I'm going to have to do a battery check. Should be alright, but I'm going to have to do a check. Oh, Tanaka. Sorry, I can't just read that at the moment because I'm just. What is the closest station? Preston. Hello. Tanaka. I can't read it. Too far away from my screen. I'm putting a battery on. Hello to whoever's just come in chat. Catch up with you in a second. camera's just going to wobble around a bit now while I just fit this battery. Quite a technical operation this. Problem is you can't put it on beforehand because it doesn't activate. That makes sense. Just have a temporary slightly different view there for you for a minute. No problem. There's a bugger. The defence is in there. I thought this plan out, haven't I? Is that cockeyed? So I have to have a little bit more sky in the picture because of the nature of the way it's attached to the fence. You must have a flask of soup with you. No, all I've got with me is a bottle of water. Right, we're charging, we're getting power. Senga Grace. Excellent. Excellent, Senga. I look forward to your the information. Especially, yeah. I love it. It's all very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Really, I mean, there's no wind out now, which is good. The wind seems to have died down. I'm always a bit paranoid when it's windy because my phone's mounted onto one of these MagSafe chargers. Yeah, tomorrow night, Senga, we will liaise for a debrief. Yeah, it's all very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I hope the future is bright. Yeah, so do I. Bring back British Rail. Splodger, Splodger. Yes, how are we doing? Splodger. Welcome back. Have you finished on these tracks? Have I finished on these tracks before? Yeah, I've been here a few times. lad, singer. Very bright, that's what I want. Don't forget everybody, subscribe to Singer Gracie. I'm trying to get her past 50 subs, then she can live stream. She lives right next to an airport and she gets these huge Emirates planes coming over her house. And we said, oh, you need to live stream them, but until you get to 50 subs, you can't live stream off your phone. So give her a subscribe to her. Doesn't cost nothing. And also she does great drawings and pictures as well, and art. Very interesting, believe me. Yeah, planes, art, card readings. Yeah, and don't forget, yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, it's all good stuff. We have a good community. That's the way I look at it. You know, I wouldn't promote somebody who was not worth looking at. You know, we have a decent community. We do get the odd clown every now and then, but generally it's all good. I think what I'll do, I said I wasn't going to bother, but I'll stay a bit and see how near that flying banana gets. You know what I mean? Jeanette's, yeah, she's gone. She's I don't know where she said she was going. I forgot now, but she's gone. I think she's gone for a nanny nap. She calls them. No, I'm sorry. Old Mac is back. I don't think it is. Sprinters or Desiros? Well, which one's the Desiro? You're gonna have to give me the class number of that. I can't think what the Desiro is off the top of my head. Pardon me. Oh yeah. Oh, 350s. Oh, that's a difficult question. I'm not a great fan of the 350, to be honest with you, but I suppose over the Sprinter they're going to be a better train, aren't they? Faster and comfier and everything. I mean, it depends what you call the Sprinter, you see. A lot of people call the 156 a Sprinter, you know, and the 158. I'd say the 158's a bit better than a Sprinter. You know, I like the 158s, I'll be honest. I still think, even though they've been around a long time, they're still a fairly modern looking train. You know. Solid strip stompers only. Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. I'd be surprised if he came rumbling down the tracks now, but you never know. Send me your numbers, 1 to 36, 9 cards. Yeah, but I don't know numbers, Sanger. Are you saying pick 6 random numbers? Or I'm lost. Yeah, I prefer. Well, I don't know, because. Right, send them on Messenger. I will. And what I'll do is I'll get her to give me. How many numbers is it, Sanger? Is it 6? Or 9? 6, isn't it? 6 numbers, isn't it? 6. I'll ask her to give me 6 numbers and I'll forward them on to you. Yeah, he did. That's true. 9 numbers, right? I'll ask her to send them on. I'll get them tonight because she does a live stream at tonight at 9 o'clock. So I'll see you then, and I'll get her to message me, and I'll forward them on to you. 1 to 36, 9 numbers. Right, I'll do that. I shall do that tonight at 9 o'clock. I'll forward them to you. Yeah, Ringo Starr, he did alright out of the old Thomas the Tank Engine, didn't he? I'd quite happily sit there and just narrate and get paid for it. No problem. Just sit there and narrate and get a salary out of it. I feel like I narrate when I'm on the streams. I narrate, even though everybody does say I sound like Professor Snape, who I still haven't heard yet. I've listened to. My top 3 YouTubers are. Be careful with your answer, James Smith. I'm only joking. You can be honest. Rail Cam, RB Rail, and Rail Art. That's it. Good choice. I wouldn't like to do a sat nav, turn left, turn right. Yeah, that'd take a bit of doing, wouldn't it? But at the next junction, turn left. I think I'd be good at announcing trains, me. I think I could do that. You know what I mean? The next train to arrive at platform 2 is the 7:27 to Blackpool North. Calling at Cherry Tree, calling at Mill Hill, Cherry Tree, Pleasington, Bamber Bridge, Lostockall, Preston, Kirkham and Wesham, and Blackpool North. Passengers for Blackpool South change at Preston. Oh my god, I think I've been on the... I think I need to get on the pills. Yeah. And the time sponsored by Accurist is 18, 12 and 42 seconds. Traxi, I've had a go at that Traxi, I'm not overly thrilled with it. There's another one as well that somebody sent me called Signal Box, and it doesn't have all, it's a bit, that's true, is that old Max back, you're right there. AI would do it all now, wouldn't it? You know, if they ever wanted new speakers now, they'd and the red lights and what they are. What's that? Sorry, I missed that. I missed something in the chat. Hello, Garachand Mondal. How are we doing, Ben? And that way you can see the trains. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, you see, I think the best one I think is for the information, but you have to pay for it. Unfortunately, it's £40 a year. Correct, it is. You're right there, Senga. AI is going to do everybody out of a job at the rate it's going. For sure. I think the best app for the best website for information is Railcams, no doubt about it. But you've got to subscribe. You've got to donate. It's £40 a year to get everything. I mean, you get all the cameras as well. You can view the cameras at York and at Crewe and all that lot, and Peterborough, and there's a load of cameras. I never particularly watch them, but it's the diagrams I like looking at, because I can see, like now I'm looking at this, I'm looking at like sort of miles of diagram either side of where I'm sat right now at this minute, and I can see what's approaching. And I can tell you now, it's the next one on the up fast is a 1M16, which I bet anything is an Avanti, and it is. 390 coming up on the up fast, which is the farthest line from the camera, and that's what I like. But what trains come past here? There's Avanti West Coast, Northern Rail, Transpennine Express, and loads of loads of freight, but the freight tends to be the bulk of it's overnight, but there is quite a bit during day as well. Yeah, now one day I think they will do all that, but I watched a video the other night and they actually do a thing somewhere. I don't know where it is. It must be somewhere in China or Japan, and they do the robot games, Olympic games in this building, but it's for robots that all these different firms have built. And honestly, it's funny. You've got to watch it. It's funny. Robot football. You've got to watch it. They're just sort of there kicking and there's no ball there, and it's hilarious. Then they did robot 400 meters run, and some of them just fell over flat on it. It's top entertainment. It's called the robot Olympic Games, and it's funny. Funny it is. You know, they just some people are there with their fancy. Hello, Himanshu Sharma. How are we doing? Some of them are there with these fancy robots that look really good, and it presses his starting pistol, and about four of them just fell fell flat on their face. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, now with machinery, now amount of machinery that does everything for you. Even, I mean, I worked in a paint factory for 13 years, a big paint factory, and even in the time I was there, they went from manually stacking pallets to what they call a unirob doing it, a robot stacking pallets and wrapping them and everything. No human intervention needed. So and that's a long time. I left there in 2002, I think. So God knows what they've got now. I know they have the self-driving stacker trucks where you don't need a driver. They've been around a long time. Then where they follow trails in floor, you know, magnetic trails, and the information's sent through the floor. Oh yeah. I mean, I can remember back in the early 90s and what have you, where people said internet, well, a load of bloody rubbish, that'll never take off. Nobody's interested in internet. Nobody will want that rubbish, internet. Good grief. How wrong they were. Mobile phones. They were like house bricks. Hello, trains and tones, how we doing? Yeah, I can remember at first mobile phones, it was like carrying a car battery around with you. People said, oh, they'll never take off. And internet, everybody poo-pooed that. They said, oh, it's rubbish. Nobody's interested in that. Look at it now. Look where we are now. People are just glued to their phones. Glued to them. And I can remember when they started becoming more mainstream, and the cool thing was to have the smallest phone. You know, you had to have the smallest, tiniest phone. And then all of a sudden now that's gone out the window. Now everybody wants these huge, big screened, you know, double folding screen and all that. Like, the size is not the issue now. It's, you know, it's just a matter of having the best name and all that business, isn't it? When is the train coming through? Very soon, Ben. There's one coming up the fast line now, actually. I don't know what it is. 1Y99, I'll tell you in a minute. It's head code 1Y99. It's a Northern Rain. It's the Barrowing Furnace to Manchester Airport diesel multiple units, class 195. And it's currently coming up the down fast line, which is the farthest track away from the camera. And there is some more local trains en route, which are all northern again. Yeah, hovering skateboard. I've seen drones now, these drones that in China that they sit on a drone and actually fly around on a drone. God knows what things will be like in 30 years. God only knows. Dread to think. Northerns, yeah, there's some Northerns coming. I don't know what they are, but there's one coming right now as we speak, and it's a Class 195 diesel, and it's going to Manchester Airport, and it started in Barrow-in-Furness. And here it is. Hello there, Uncle Fester. Hello, Uncle Fester. How's it going? Yeah. The flying business will never take. Pardon the pun. I'm gonna say the flying business will never take off, but it would take off, but the authorities wouldn't allow it. Can you imagine people just randomly coming out the front door and hopping on some gadget they can just fly anywhere on? The authorities would never allow it. People shooting around in the sky everywhere, it'll never happen. You just can't allow it, because the sky would end up being clogged like the roads get clogged, and people would be banging into each other and dropping out the sky, and then you'd have people in shopping centres out shopping, and then all of a sudden their next door neighbour would land on their head. It's just not going to happen. Not for a long time. Oh yeah, I've seen the self-driving tractors. Amazingly enough, and all, I've been watching videos of them. They're all Jaguars. I thought, why are they all Jaguars? What's all that about? Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen that. The delivery by drone, especially some of these remote islands. I was watching a video of the week, and it was some remote island somewhere where they actually fly medical supplies from a drone, from one island to another. And also they have these, I've seen these like trolley things that just travel around pavement with parcels in as well. These just looks like one of them baskets that people used to have in old days, trundling along pavement with a delivery in it. Yeah, I can understand the first thing that it may happen is, if it ever did happen, is some sort of taxi service or something, but did it cost you a fortune, you know what I mean? No cars are allowed to be older than 10 years in Singapore. That's not a bad idea. I suppose, to keep old sheds off the road, but there's a lot of nice old cars about. Not all old cars are piles of junk, are they? Yeah. How times are changing, my God. And it's a matter of debating whether it's changing for better or for worse. Correct, it's true, is that. We are ruining the planet, there's no doubt about it. I get that. Fortunately though, it's, we don't, nothing's set in stone, you know what I mean? It's all wishy-washy. Governments, they just set targets instead of just putting the foot down and saying, right, from such a date, you're not allowed to do this, or you're not allowed to do that. You know what I mean? No, I'm not allowed to do this. Yeah. Oh yeah, can you imagine that? Medication delivery, you'd be walking down the streets and you're getting smacked on every boxes of blooming diazepam and stuff every day. You have to smoke in a yellow box, right? And here comes the 331. I don't know, Uncle Fester, quite a few. Quite a few. I had to count them up. I don't know. I've not been on a long distance train for ages. In fact, I haven't been on a train full stop. The last time I went on a train was I went to York. No, I didn't go to York at all. I went to Leeds about 5 years ago. I went to Leeds, and I think that was the last time I went on a train. And previous to that, I went on a Heritage Express thing, a proper trip, which cost me quite a bit of money, and that were to Whitby, and that were hauled by Nigel Gresley to Whitby. You know, so I don't know, but other than that, I used to go on them all the time when I was a kid. Every Saturday I used to go down to the station and get a ticket. And we used to get them cheap as chips because we knew station master. We knew him well. It's quite funny really, because the station master was called Derek, and when we were 13, he always looked like he was in his 50s to me. And yet now, all these years later, he's still working and he's a postman. I've seen him delivering post. So he obviously weren't as old as I thought. I went Liverpool to Glasgow, beautiful views but uncomfortable seats. Last train I went on was from Colne to Accrington, a class of 142 back in 2009. Well, that were a bumpy ride. Yeah, since railway has become irrelevant in the USA. He's grew into himself, lol. Yeah. Unbelievable. But, yeah. We used to go every Saturday to the station and he'd say, where do you want to go today? And he'd give us a ticket and I'd say how much. He'd say, how much you got? I'd say, oh, we got £2. He'd say, there you go, I'll take £2. You're alright. Regardless of the price. I've got £1.50. Oh, that'll do, he says. He used to give us a ticket. And we used to, most common place we used to go, Liverpool Lime Street. We used to go to Liverpool Lime Street, and sometimes we went to Crewe. You know, and they were only cheap as chips. I was in a Cincinnati train station, huge beautiful building, now a cinema, excellent. Train spotter master, how are we doing? Yeah, I'll tell you a nice station in the UK, which it's unbelievable. Huddersfield. You've got to look at Huddersfield Station, it's magnificent. Magnificent building. Huddersfield Station. It's a really nice big building and it's got, I think there's pubs and bars and all sorts in it. It's a really good station. Currently closed, is it? Yeah. Last time I went, we were on the Real Ale Trail about 10 years ago. That Jeremy Clarkson mentioned on the TV programme, and it set off this crazy Saturday afternoon trips from Manchester to Huddersfield. Hello Heather, how are we doing? Thank you very much. I was watching you last night, Heather, watching your stream. That was a long stream, that, last night. I kept falling asleep, waking up, but you were still there. I thought, my God, This girl is rock and roll. Proper stream that were. A marathon stream. If you like your music, guitars and pianos and all that lot, subscribe to Heather White. She does some great music, both on the piano and on the guitar. Brilliant. Yeah, it was great, Heather. I was watching you till about, and I dozed off. I was in bed, and then I dozed off about 12 o'clock, and then about half 2 I got up to go to the toilet, and you were still there. I couldn't believe it. I was amazed at first. I thought, am I just watching a replay here? I bet you had a lie-in this morning. And now we've got a 331 coming. Time flies when you're having fun. It's true. When you're enjoying yourself, time flies. Oh my, what you're sure about. I have a radio show online, but it's 3 AM Saturday morning. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, it's your thing today, isn't it? You're having a bit of a party today, aren't you? Is it an anniversary party or something, Heather? Next time you do a stream, you'll have to do it on a piano stream. I love it when somebody's streaming music late on at night, because you just get in bed and you just have it playing in background. It's great. Yeah, it's true as that. Animals do sleep a long time. They are tricking you about 60 miles in an hour. Okay. Okay, we'll all see now. That's anniversary. Happy anniversary, Heather. Correct. I knew it was something. And if I remember rightly, I'm going to guess at 8 years. How good's my memory? Is it good or bad? Top speed of the train in the UK depends on where you go, old Mac, but there is a service that runs from, I think it's called Stamford International, and that has a top speed of 150. 8 years together, but we've known each other 28 years. Oh. Yeah, the train that they call javelins, and they're class 395s, I think, off the top of my head, and they're the 150, and I've seen them. passing through outskirts of London, and my God, they shift, bloody hell. And the fencing around the track is like prison fencing. You've no chance of getting anywhere near them rails, no chance. You see the fences all over the rest of the UK. It's just bits of wire and bush, and it's neither here nor there. Anybody can get over it. If you want to get on railway track, you can do, even though I know it's illegal. But that track that leads out of, I can't remember the name of the station. I want to say Stamford International, but it's something like that, something along them lines. And it's a huge concrete station, and it disappears down a tunnel, then comes back out again, and it brushes the outskirts of London, and the speed is unbelievable. Yeah, probably is Essex. Oh God, heavy there. Them are the best kind of nights. They really are. I miss that. I miss that very much. That's my ideal Saturday night, is that. But unfortunately, not to be. Yeah, Stafford International is the name. Alright, got your transport account. Got you. Yeah, Stratford Internet, that's the one. Stratford, yeah. I only remember it because of Train Simulator. I've actually driven, the 395 on the Train Simulator out of Stratford. There goes the 195, and that's going up the Lake District somewhere. I missed what it said on its board, but it's either Windermere or Barrow-in-Furness. When I was married, what I used to love on a Saturday when I was married was going out about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3-4 o'clock, and having a good few drinks and a good laugh, and then coming home at 8 o'clock, ordering a takeaway. We used to get a curry delivered, and it was great. Brilliant. I used to love that. That afternoon, going out in the afternoon was great, I used to think. I made my point on my birthday, and I had my son at Xmas. So he got a rose on my birthday and a Ross for my Christmas. Excellent. H&4 sent me an electric cigar box guitar today. Can't wait to have a play on it. Excellent. Oh yeah, can't wait to hear this, Heather. You're going to have to do a stream tomorrow. I know you won't be doing one tonight, but doing one tomorrow. So you got 2 Rosses, yeah? A Ross for your birthday and a Ross for Christmas. Excellent. Hello, Victor69, how are we doing? Well, I'm going to be wrapping it up soon, this stream. But I'll just see where that flying banana is. as we want to call it, and I've found it. It's on the... it's here, it's on the thing, but it's not letting me... It's not clickable for some reason. Why is it not letting me click on it? Doesn't mind me when it does this. But early night for me tonight. I'm taking my daughter to the aquarium in the morning. It's a bit of a drive together. Oh, excellent. Well, that'd be a nice day out anyway. That's what aquarium I went to with that. It's called something like Blue Water or something. Not way to Liverpool it is. Not way to around Knowsley way it is. Something like Blue Planet or Blue Water or something. It's what with my mum actually. I took my mum. My mum wanted to go for some odd reason. Right, I'll just oh, We've got just inform everybody, even though there's not many people watching, we've got a class 37 coming through. The inspection train is a class 37, and it says 30 allocations, 37419 and 7817. That's going to be coming through very soon. In fact, it's going to be coming through within the minute. Yep, don't forget to like and subscribe. And this next train that comes through, which is the departmental Corliss Rails train, I can see it in the distance. It's probably going to be the last train of tonight. And I don't know what it is. It says class 37 and class 70. So it sounds like it's just two engines coupled together. Or is it a 37 with a funny character? Like the 37's leading, it's got cowcat. Oh, it is a 37. We're pulling a 70. And here it comes. There it were, class 37. I couldn't even tell what name was on that 37. It was in the livery that I couldn't read the livery quick enough. It was a funny colour with that 37. Yes, catch you later. Old Mac is back. See you later. And this is the time for me to wrap it up for the day. I go home and crack open my bottle of Bacardi, I think. Okay everybody, thanks a lot for watching, thanks a lot for liking, thanks a lot for subscribing and all that, and I'll see you on the next one. Hello, Dave from Alaska. Sorry you've come at the wrong time. We're just closing it down. I've been on for over 3 hours. Keep on chugging. Thanks Everett. I shall see you later. Thanks a lot Sanger, Spotted Cow, bye Dave, and everybody else that's in here, and anybody I missed. Georgina Divine, hello. Oh sorry Georgina, I miss you there in chat. Hello there Georgina, but I'm sorry, but we're wrapping it up now. I'm going home. I've been here for 3 hours. But thanks for popping in, Georgina. I remember you from last time up in the Lake District. Catch you all later. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. There you go, you'll see where it is. You see there, it's a fence. And there's my bracket. Yes. I certainly am going to do Sanger. I'll catch you all later, as again. Thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next one, which could be tomorrow afternoon, I'll see. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.